What is going on? I just opened up. I'm glad y'all came to hear me and my snuffles, my sniffles. Waiting on a couple people to hop in. I don't know what I'm doing here. This ain't... I'll just leave it like that. It's all right. Let's see.
Bro, what is that in your picture? Indoctrination to the Freemasons or the little people?
What? Is that what they do in the Freemasons?
Yeah, they do it just like that.
Really? How you know?
Somebody told me.
Well, if you knew anything about the Freemasons, you would have not have said that, because that is nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with no Freemasonry, bro.
That's not what I seen on TV.
I don't care. That right there, my friend, is called a grog.
What the heck is a grog?
Grog is a type of ceremony that happens whenever certain tasks are met to standard. And that is after grog.
When you are groggy. So
when you're groggy.
You do groggy things.
No. So that's I think that's class 0. Let me see. That's either class 02 or class 03 sheepdog school. These guys I just got to pick pictures that I know that, or that I believe won't be offensive to the AI monster.
Bro, why don't you just put a picture up like the one I just started doing towards the end, just putting the carnal mind is enmity against the spirit.
I haven't made any of those yet, so I need to make some.
Oh my gosh, my allergies, bro. Gosh.
There you go. Hey, there you go, bro.
You hang out with allergy people, you get allergies.
Oh, here we go.
Perfect. Now make your screen bigger, big dog. I was trying to make your screen bigger for you because I'm so used to hosting. Sitting there pushing the button like, man, what the hell is wrong with this picture?
What do I do again? How do I make it bigger?
Click the
profile.
Click multi-guest, and then I believe it's click multi-guest.
Like that.
There you go.
Something like that.
I'm making me a coffee right now.
Oh, Bubba, I already got mine right here. I'm ready to roll.
I fell asleep while I was on Leo's live, and I fell asleep, bro. Miss whatever her name is, the lady, I always forget her name. Her name was like Bull something on her profile, the lady.
Yeah. And
she wanted to start talking about the judgment of the white seat throne and all that. I was like, oh no. I said, here we go. They trying to talk about Book of Revelation.
Oh no, Bubba, they trying to talk about calculus and can't even add. That make no sense.
Yeah.
Make no sense.
I'm not doing that. Like, what do you think about that? I'm like, I don't know.
I've got that Strong's. Man, you got to have a paperback Strong. Look, don't get me wrong. Blue Letter and all these other apps and stuff, they're great. But I'm telling you, the paperback, it is so much quicker and easier. Again, once you start to understand how to really use it, you know. Man.
Yeah, I have both actually. I have the paper one. I use the online one, obviously, and I use actually.
It's in the building. Sing for
Wait, are you guys Christians?
No, we're Elvis Presley.
Are you serious? That is so.
Sing,
you
brother.
believe in
Sing.
you believe in freaking Sky Daddies?
Bro, sing, brother.
What in the world
You're
is that?
Elvis.
What in the
You're
world?
Elvis.
Dude.
Bro, your name's Elvis,
Yes,
bro. You're gonna sing.
I'm Elvis.
Let's go. Sing. Let's go. Sing
look,
it.
I am
Sing
super
it.
woke. Listen,
No, we're waiting.
Hold on.
We're waiting for you to sing, bro. You're lying to us. You're
don't
not
tell me what
Elvis.
to do. You're not my mom.
Sing.
You are not my mom.
I'm your father. Sing
You're not
now.
my daddy either. I have 2 daddies.
Okay.
Randy Orton and Elvis Presley. Those are my 2 daddies,
All right.
and you're not
Prove
one
it.
of them.
Prove it. Sing now. Sing.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys?
Sing. Do it. No, sing. Want to hear Elvis' voice.
No, I'm not. Just send me 1 coin and I'll sing. 1 coin. Let's go.
Bro, you can't have a picture of Elvis and you can't even sing one
Okay,
Elvis song.
fine.
Come
Okay,
on.
fine. If you guys let me stay, I'll sing for you. All right, pick an Elvis song. All right, I picked it for
Okay.
you. Blue Suede Shoes. Here we go.
All right, let's go.
Well, there's a 1 for the money and 2 for the show. 3 to get ready now, go cat go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Oh, baby, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoe. Ladies, you can knock me down, step in my face, slide
what
my
the
knee
heck?
all over the place, and do anything that you wanna do. But honey, lay off of my shoes and don't you step in my blue suede
Oh,
shoe.
man.
Oh, baby, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoe. There you go. Is that good enough for you?
All right, hold on. Let me start off with an apology. Okay, I'm sorry. The guy actually does know the words. Okay, we got it.
All right, guys, stop reading the Bible. That is mid. That is so mid. Why would you do that? Are you serious?
all right.
That was literally written by man.
Yeah, well,
Just letting you guys know. It was.
This is what we'll do. You tell me, because I have to show you all respect because you actually not only did you know the words to an Elvis song, like
No, it
it wasn't bad. All right, so
My followers are freaking trolling me.
What did he say?
You literally
Elvis,
believe
all
in
right.
Sky Daddy.
okay, Elvis, check it out. What is the most ridiculous thing you have ever heard that comes out of the Bible?
The most ridiculous thing?
Yeah, the most ridiculous.
Jesus turning water into wine? Are you serious? Jonah getting swallowed by. Are you serious? Jonah getting swallowed by a whale? That doesn't even happen.
It doesn't
It's
happen.
literally a fairy tale. You guys are freaking low IQ. This is why Trumpies should not vote. Elvis has got it. No, he's not. Nope.
All right.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta go get
All
on
right,
some
Elvis.
other people's lives. And
Have a
spell-
good
and-
one.
All right. See ya. I'm
All
gonna go
right,
spread
later.
the liberal. I'm gonna go spread the liberal word. on
Okay,
other
you go
people's
do that.
lives.
All right, you go do that.
All right, see you later. I'm getting there.
Later.
Just give me a
Can you
second to hit
dig
the
it?
button. I need to hit the button.
Hey,
you-
Elvis was a PDF file, bro. Elvis was a PDF.
Oh, bro. Hey, I haven't had a laugh like that all day. That was good, bro. This guy calls himself
who is that
Elvis
guy?
Nerd. Hey,
So
you know what I
never seen him
thought?
before?
Huh? Nuh-uh. You know him?
You never. Nah, bro. Elvis was a PDF though. Just so you know, Elvis nerd.
Elvis was a PDF. That was hilarious. He
Bro.
crazy. You believe in the Sky Daddy?
Why he's so mad?
Man. What is going on?
Oh, hi guys. I mean, I was just splashed by this dude. Like, he's so mad, bro. He's so mad. I mean,
What's up, man? What you got for us? Mazine. How you say your name? Mazine.
Mazine, yeah. I live in
Mazine.
Boston. Yeah, I live in Boston. I'm originally from Africa, Sudan.
Ah.
Yeah, so nice to meet you guys.
Yeah,
Nice
man.
to
What's
meet
going
you
on?
too, buddy.
What's going on with you today, man? You feel like talking bad about Sky Daddy or what?
No, nope.
Oh.
I was just, watching your live, and I was just, going through TikTok. I don't know what even are you guys talking about right now,
Well, right now, we just got off a live with a individual that calls himself Elvis Nerd, and I called him out, and I told
He's
him I
a
don't
nerd,
believe you
yeah.
even know who Elvis. Yeah, and I called him out, and I said I don't even believe you know who Elvis is.
Okay.
And he was like, "No, dude, really, I do." I said, "Okay, well, sing a song," and he kept like just wasting time, and finally he goes, "Oh, you don't believe me for real?" He's like, "All right," and he pretty much laid it down, like he knew the words properly, and I had to apologize to the guy. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can see from my accent, I can't sing, I can't sing. I can't
That's all right. Well, so you got an accent. So when you speak, you're already singing like to people in America. So it's okay.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah, you sound beautifully, man. You sound beautifully.
Oh,
No
thank you,
worries.
thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate
That's all
that,
right,
brother.
You're welcome, man. You
Yeah,
got to give credit where credit is due, man.
Ah, yeah.
You know?
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
So you guys talking about singing and hey, by the way, let me just hit that follow button. Yep. Follow me right now. Okay. Yeah. So what are we talking about today?
Well, we haven't actually started talking about anything yet, but more than likely, we're going to talk about Jesus in the Old Testament. So I don't want to bore you if that's something that bores you.
No, not at all.
We kind of we kind of allow people that care to talk about Jesus to stay in.
I do.
Other than that,
care. I do care. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do care.
And of course, while I'm eating a blueberry muffin. So,
Okay.
I'm surprised you're not eating a venison sausage. That's what you stay eating.
Bro, the only reason why I'm not right now is because I forgot to defrost some. It don't take but 5 minutes, but I will be eating some of that here in a little bit.
Yeah, it's 8:43 in Boston. I can't eat anything. I just eat some soup.
Yeah. Hey, what part of Africa are you from, man?
Sudan. Yeah, Sudan.
Oh, Sudan. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's Egypt. Under Egypt, if you look at the map, there is an African country.
Are you North Sudanese or Southern Sudanese?
Oh, I'm from the bad guys. The North Sudanese.
The
So
bad
those
guys.
aren't they?
The bad
Aren't
guys.
the majority of those guys? They're Muslim, right?
They're Muslim. Yeah. But I'm not.
Did you?
What are you? What do you believe in?
I'm just open. Open religious. So
You don't believe in nothing yet. You're still open. You're trying to figure it
No,
out.
I believe in God, but in the same time, I'm in the journey of studying all the religious. This journey is taking me like years and years and years. So
Maze, hold
Okay,
on.
so you-
So that means that he's open contract.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah,
not
open
at all.
contract,
Not at
man.
all. Okay,
Open contract is it? I'm teasing. Try. It's a military term when somebody goes into the military and doesn't have a job. They go in open contract.
Yeah. I got
Yeah. So okay. So you believe that there is a God. You're just not sure what his name is. Is that it?
No, I'm not sure what religious is the right one. I think all of them are right. I believe all of them are right.
Yeah.
But in the
That's
same time, yeah. So the practice of the religious, I mean,
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So you don't know what his name is.
What my God names?
Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah, his name is God. God
That's what I'm
is
saying.
God.
So you don't.
Yeah.
So other than the word God, he doesn't have a name. It's just God. Just to be clear, right?
So do you have other name to tell me?
No. I'm saying no. Okay. So you said you weren't sure, like, what religion was right. Remember, lots of religions, they have different names for God. Not all of them just say
Yes,
God. Like, they
yes,
actually have
yes.
names. So out of all the ones that are out there, a
Yeah.
person that hasn't found, quote unquote, their religion, that means they don't know God's name because they don't believe in one of their names. They think it's the same one, I guess. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, so
Okay.
starting from the Athens, the Athens religious, where they
Okay.
have different gods and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
going through Europe, going through Africa, going through America, North America, South America, they all talking about the idea of God, but
Yeah.
they all have different religions, and they are having that unique connection with the higher power, which is God,
Okay.
I am currently, I don't know. I studied many religions. So through my life, I just give
Yeah.
myself a time. If I die today, I'm not gonna die the person who doesn't believe in God. I believe in God, but I was searching, how can I connect with God in a better way? So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say Christianity is not a good way, or Islam is not a good way, or Judaism, or even the whatever religious,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that, but in the same time, I'm searching for a way a better way to connect my God.
Yeah. Do you think? Hey,
Yeah.
do you think you can connect with God in your physical body?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? So maybe, like with your spirit then, or what?
Yeah, with your spirit. Yes.
With your
Yes.
spirit.
Yeah. So God connect with you in your spirit, but your physical body is not, this is something impossible.
Yeah. Okay. So, what if it's true? I'm not saying it is true,
Yep.
but what if it was true? Notice I'm using the word if.
Yeah.
What if it was true that, are you familiar with the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
What if it's true that when Adam and Eve ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and
The
evil,
apple. Yeah. The apple. Yeah.
well, whatever, some kind of
bad
fruit,
apple.
grapes, fruit, apple, it could be a banana for all I care. But
Oh, okay.
let's say that they ate this banana and it's true that their spirit died. What if that was true? That their spirit died after they ate that?
If your spirit died, that means you died. You gone.
Well,
yeah.
well, again, I'm saying, what if it's true that when they ate the fruit, their spirit died, but they didn't die? What if that was true?
That's not true. That doesn't.
No.
make
I'm
any sense
not
to
telling
me.
you to believe it. Notice
I
I'm
know,
saying
I know,
if.
but yeah.
No,
Oh,
I'm saying
if that, Okay,
if
so-
it was true.
they're gonna be kind of, human being just living
Right.
like a robot or something like that.
No, not a robot. They're not a robot.
Yeah.
They still
I
make
mean,
up their mind.
how
but
how
the
could
question,
you survive without
Yeah.
without your
well,
soul?
but again, no, I didn't say soul. I said spirit.
Okay, all right.
So that they still have a soul. I said
you say your spirit is died.
The spirit died. Right. So notice I'm saying if.
Okay.
If. Okay. So if their spirit became unalive, that's actually the better way to say that. So let's just say unalive from here on out. So if their spirit became unalived, could they be able to communicate with God?
They won't. They won't.
They won't.
Yeah.
So would you say, in order for them to communicate with God, that their spirit would have to come back alive?
Absolutely. You're right.
If what I'm saying is true, if. So, even though it is very hard to see, believe, understand, that's what Christianity, for the most part, is saying happened, right? They're saying that God offered his own soul because Adam and Eve's soul were now perishing because the spirit was unalived. So God offered his own soul. Have you ever heard that God offered his soul?
No.
Yeah. Do you know probably about 80% of Christians never even heard that God offered his own soul? Did you know that?
I didn't know that. To be
Have you ever
honest.
spoke to Christians before?
I do. Yeah, I do.
How many?
I do.
How many would you say you've spoken to? Like 10,
Oh,
20, 50?
Many.
Many. Let me ask you this. How come not one of them has told you that God offered his own soul for mankind?
No, none of them.
Wouldn't you say, if that was true, wouldn't you say that'd be important to know?
Yes. It will be
Yeah.
important. No. Yep.
Yeah. So the Bible does tell us that God offered his own soul for mankind. The Bible says it.
So let me ask you a question. Do you believe in Judaism, right?
Well, it's not that I believe or disbelieve certain things. It's just that I focus on what is true,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
I focus on what is true.
So what's the difference between Judaism and Christianity? I mean, like, why you are so Christian and while you have Judaism already came before Christianity?
Well, okay, so watch this. Does it really matter which one came first?
No.
No,
Actually,
it doesn't.
No.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, because another religion can be made tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep.
We can keep digging up things in the past, and we can find another religion that was before whatever. You could say it was before Judaism. Mm-hmm. We see, because people can make up their own beliefs. You know, at one point, there were people that worshipped rocks.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Right. So I think what matters is which one is true, not which one was first, second, third, fourth. You know, it's not a race in the Olympics, and whoever got there first has to be the truth because that one got there first.
Yep.
Because people, they know what's true in their heart, not what's true on paper. People know.
Yeah. So,
Right.
So what makes you think that your message is the right one?
Well, I don't want to focus on whether mine's the right one or not. That's why I said if.
Yeah. If I mean, this is a good word to begin with. To be honest, you know, this is a very good word to begin with.
So if it's true, if it's true that Adam and Eve's spirit became unalived in the Garden of Eden,
Yep.
which means they don't actually have the type of communion with God as people think. Mm-hmm. And so now God said that he was going to offer his soul for mankind. So if
I never
that's
heard of that. Never heard of that. Yeah.
if that's true, notice I'm saying if. Mm-hmm. If that is true, and God offered his own soul for mankind, let me ask you, would that be enough?
That's gonna be enough, but I have to do my research, my friend. I have to do my research.
That's fine. All right,
and
do you
get
want me
back
to give
you.
do you want me to give you a verse?
Give me a verse. Yeah, give me a verse.
Dre, you got it on hand?
What you want?
I mean,
The soul of
yeah.
God?
God offered his soul, yeah.
Yeah, Isaiah 53:11 and 12.
Hold on.
I'm gonna put it
Can
in the
you
comments
write?
for you,
Can
buddy.
you write that
put it in the comment.
in the comment? So I'm gonna
Yeah.
research it. Just write it in the comment, okay? I'm gonna
Yeah, I
copy
got
it.
you.
Yep.
You can read all of Isaiah 53. It's about God.
I will.
But it's right there.
I
in the
already
comments.
read. You know, I already read it, but I didn't focus on it.
So
Especially
do you believe Jesus is a prophet?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah.
So just go a little further, right? Mm-hmm. If it's true that Adam and Eve's spirit became unalived, and God knows the only way to make their spirit come back alive is for him to offer his soul. So if it's true that his soul was offered and it was enough, right?
Yep.
Okay. A soul can only be on earth in a body. It can't just come down here and float around. So Jesus is God's soul. If what I'm saying is true, if what I'm saying is true, that means God's soul has already been offered up for man. And we who believe in what he did no longer have an unalive spirit, but a spirit that's alive. If what I'm saying is true.
Yes. Listen. Let me tell you something. I am not a person who denied the truth. Okay, I believe in the truth. I believe in if you give me a solid thing, I believe in it. All right. So I'm gonna follow you. All right. Follow me back. I will give you. I already follow you. Yeah. So I will give you the result of my research. You know.
Sure.
I researched that. You know. I researched everything. It's a long journey for me. You know. So I am not new to Christianity. You know what I mean? I read all the Bibles. You know. I read everything, and you know.
Yeah. So you read a lot of the Bible, like 80% of other Christians, and for some reason, all of y'all
They don't read
did not
it.
understand.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. I know that. I know that.
But again, if it's true, okay? Every man has to make his own choice.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right.
So it may be true for one, but it may not be true for another. But it doesn't mean that it's not true just because someone doesn't want it to be true.
Exactly.
Right. So with that being said, the other if is, if that's true, wouldn't that be nice?
It would
Wouldn't
be
that
nice.
be nice it would be.
Okay, let me tell you the curse that I have. Okay, I studied biology. Okay, so biology doesn't believe in anything. It just give you flat scientist things that make you doesn't believe in anything anymore. You know what I mean? So I want to be religious. I want to just get out of that scientist, way to a religious way. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
my curse. This is my curse. This is my problem. So
Yeah.
so that's why I'm just keeping, trying to connect the dots, between religious and biology and stuff like that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I will say this. The way that our physical body understands physical things,
Yeah.
that part of us that understands physical things, that part of us does not understand God.
Yep.
And that's why that's a battle for everyone. So it ain't just you, everybody. Everybody has the physical part, the thing that can see, smell, taste, feel. And if we can't use our five senses, then it's hard to comprehend it because our physical body is already disagreeing before we start.
Yeah, if you are in my shoes, you will be having the same trouble. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I
You're
know.
gonna have the same trouble because if you learn what I learned, you will be like, oh, what religious just connect me with God? Oh, Christianity. Oh, Judaism. Oh, Buddha. Oh, whatever. I'm not a person of religious a lot, so I just take it slowly and. I don't know. I just want to connect with my God, with higher power. I just want to have a peace in my heart. That's all. While I'm working and doing my stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
this is the problem,
Yeah, but let me tell you, all
Yeah.
humans have that problem because all humans have a flesh and a physical brain. We all have that. So, without learning anything, a person cannot go to school about nothing, but their brain still doesn't comprehend God. So
I know.
the more we learn in the physical world, then yes, because you're learning so much in the physical world, it makes it even harder to understand a spiritual God because you've been using your physical body to learn. And so if you can't read about God in a textbook, then it doesn't make sense because the way I learn is through textbook. You give me a test, I pass it, and then now it's like, well, how come we can't learn about God that way? Well, because only your spirit can learn about God like that. Only your heart, right? The part of you that actually cares about things other than mathematical equations and hypotheses, right? So,
Yeah.
but before you learn calculus, you have to first learn mathematical fundamentals.
That's correct. Yes. That's
So if someone came up to me and said, hey, teach me calculus. And I said, well, do you know how to add? And they say, no. Well, then I can't teach you about calculus.
Yeah, they're going to learn the mathematics.
God is the same way. You first have to start slow, and the information will build upon itself, just like anything else you've learned. But if you go straight to the juggler and you tell someone, no, teach me about calculus now, that'd be somebody that knows nothing about God, and they demand to be taught about God, but God is the calculus. So you you can't do that because everything has its order. Bruh, what's going on, dude?
It's down from work.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all going live 2 times a day now, huh?
Hey, how you
Well,
doing, man?
I wasn't. Hey, Flip, I wasn't sure. Me personally, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to go live today. I told Dre we need to hurry up and start it. But my heifer said yes. You go right on ahead, and I was. I
know. I took a lot of your time, so you can go down right now if you want. So no problem.
No. I'm talking to the guy's name that says SD Flip.
Flip 619.
I'm talking to him because I know him, and he didn't know that we were going to go live today. And I was telling him that I got permission from my heifer.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I really, really do appreciate all your advices. You know what I mean? I want to tell you, I promise I'm gonna take my time. So, what should I do? Should I just go to church or study Christianity, or what do you think? What do you want me to do?
What should you do? How much time? You got 5 minutes?
No, just go ahead. Just go ahead. Yeah.
Well, you asked me, what do I think you should do? I have to show you.
Okay, show me. Take your time.
Do you want to see?
Take it slowly. Yeah.
Okay. So you have a Bible right there with you?
I don't. I don't
don't?
have Bible.
Okay.
I don't have whatever,
Okay. Do you know how to use your imagination?
I do, yes.
Okay. So the Bible actually tells us in a bunch of different ways that our imagination is important. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. So in the story where there was a big flood, right? And a bunch of people became unalive, right? Noah's flood. You ever heard of that?
I heard of that, yes.
Well, it tells us that the reason.
That's in the Noah time? In the Noah?
Yeah, the Noah flood. Yes.
Yeah, the Noah flood. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it tells us that the reason that this, excuse me, said the reason that this happened is because those people's imagination was evil continuously.
Okay.
So it says their imagination was evil. So that means that we can use our imagination for good then, correct?
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay. So there's a story in the Old Testament about a man named Moses. You heard this story?
Yes. Yeah.
So God gave him a rod. He gave him a stick because he told him he wanted him to go free the people that lived in Egypt.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right? So he took the stick with him, the rod. He took it.
So okay. I know this is something new to you guys, but he is talking about the Pharaoh, which is the Pharaoh is my hometown. Okay, I am from the people who are the Pharaoh. All right.
Okay.
I'm not Egyptian. I am from that. It's called Egypt today, but there is, the British just make like a border and stuff like that. But the Pharaoh is my land, So Moses was actually a prophet for people like me. So I think we are bad guys, We are very, very bad guys. That's why they send us.
Well,
they send us Moses, and Yeah.
Well, so even though, right?
Yeah.
Even though that you may have a physical connection to the ancestors of these people, the thing is, this actually happened. Like these were
I know,
real
yeah.
people.
I know.
Okay,
It happened.
so even though the story that I'm telling may seem very elementary, there'll be a part of it that I'm going to ask to see if you're using your imagination, because you asked, well, what do I do? And I said, well,
yeah.
do you want to,
Yeah.
I asked
Go
you,
ahead.
I said, do you want to see? And you said yes. So I'm going to believe you. Okay. So Moses has a stick now because God gave it to her, right? A stick. And he said, now take this with you and go free the people. So he's like, okay. So he goes up there and he obviously stands before Pharaoh and he throws down his stick and it became a snake. So Pharaoh, 2 magicians came and they threw down their stick and their sticks became snakes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you, what is the whole point of that?
Just to use my imagination and see that could be right or wrong, and I don't know. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good question. Look, so just like when you're learning something in school, don't you start off by asking questions?
yep.
Because you don't understand. Okay. So, it's funny. People read this.
Okay, can I tell you something? Do you know Michael Jackson's song, Do You Remember the Time?
I think so.
Yeah, it looked like what you're saying right now. It looked like what you're saying. It's like,
That's what.
yeah, you don't have to ask. It's really a hidden Christianity to the world. In a way, just go, guys, go, just watch it. Just watch. You remember the time. The abilities of Michael Jackson, of how to hide and just become like ashes and stuff like that. This is amazing, man. It's really amazing. So I'm sorry to cut you off. Just continue. I'm listening to you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not really sure what this has to do with Michael Jackson, but maybe I'll see what you're saying later.
Okay.
So Moses throws his rod down. The magicians throw their rod down, and Moses' snake eats the other 2 snakes. That's what happens in the story. Okay. So Moses picks up his rod from the ground. I mean, it was a snake, but it turned back into a rod in his hand. So how many rods are left?
None probably.
Well, 1, because Moses' rod,
one.
his
Yeah,
snake,
yeah, one.
his snake ate the other 2. So the magicians don't have rods anymore, correct? Okay. In the Old Testament, the rod represented authority. That's what it represented.
Okay.
So Moses showed up with the authority of God, and the magicians had the authority of Satan because they were against God.
Sounds good. Yep.
So when Moses picked his staff back up, there was only one authority left. Right? Okay.
Yep.
Do you remember the 10 plagues that happened?
I don't.
You don't?
Yeah.
So I'll just give you a couple examples. Moses is told to take the staff, the rod, the stick, and he's told to put it over the water. And when he does, all the water turned into blood. And he used the staff again, and a bunch of locusts came, like grasshoppers, locusts. And it ate pretty much like all the people's food. And
I remember that. Yeah.
So he did 10 of these plagues, 10 of these things. And every time God told him to use the rod to do it. Remember, the rod is the authority, not Moses. If Moses was the authority, he wouldn't have had to have taken a rod.
Yep.
but he had to take a rod because the rod is God's authority. So they get to the Red Sea. You remember I know you know the story that Moses split the Red Sea.
Yeah, he split the Red Sea and
Yeah.
he's gone. Yeah.
So after these 10 things happen, the plagues, the Pharaoh, the quote unquote the Egyptian, the bad guys.
Yeah,
however
they
we wanna
went
look at it.
after him, and then he just bring back the Red Sea, and they just drown on there. Yeah.
Well, they went after Moses.
Yeah.
And do you think Moses had the rod in his hand at this time?
I think he had the rod in his hand. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's my question.
Okay.
If God already showed him what has the authority, how come he just didn't split the Red Sea? Why did he go crying to God? See, because the Egyptians were coming. He's got the rod in his hand. So he runs up. You could tell, like, when you're reading the story, he starts crying to God. And God, you know what God told him?
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Why? Why do you cry to me?"
Oh, okay.
Does that sound right? Because aren't we told to always cry to God about whatever we need and want, right?
Exactly.
Okay, why would God tell Moses, "Why are you crying to me?"
Okay, tell me why.
Because he already showed him where his authority was, in the stick.
Oh, okay.
So he said, "Why are you crying to me?" He said, "Take the rod and put it over the water."
Oh, okay.
So Moses has already been shown what to do with the rod, right?
Yep.
But because he doesn't understand, he went crying to God.
Oh,
He still didn't understand. So God said, "Why?" He said, "Why are you crying to me?"
Well,
What God is telling him is, "I've already shown you what to do already.
Yeah.
Take the rod and put it over the water." And when he did, the water split.
Wow.
So let me ask you this. Did Moses already have God's authority, or did he cry to God and then God split the Red Sea?
I think he already have the God authority. You know.
Yeah, he already had
already had-
authority.
Yeah, he had
Right.
already had the authority. Yeah.
Okay, are you with me so far?
I'm with you. Yes.
Can you see something a little bit different than what normal people say?
I can see. Yes. I can
Okay,
see. Yeah.
so we go further in the Bible, and the people get mad. They get mad at Moses and his brother Aaron. And they said, "You're not the only ones that can hear from God."
Who's Aaron?
Aaron is Moses' brother.
I never heard of Aaron, to be honest.
That's all right. That's
Yep.
all right, because you said you were going to go research it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so all the people get mad at Moses and Moses' brother, Aaron. And they said,
Okay.
"You're not the only ones that talk to God. We can talk to God too." That's what they said. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Everybody in this world believes that, right? Because we have like 50,000 religions,
I know. Yeah.
right? Okay, so it was like this way back then. They were getting ready to start another religion. We can hear from God too. And so Moses said, "Oh, really?" He said, "Okay, I'll tell you what. Now you got to understand, the people, the tribe leaders, each one of them had a staff like Moses had.
Okay.
And he said, I want every leader to give me your staff." So they gave Moses all the staffs, and they all had their name on them. They knew who the staffs belonged to. And the next morning, Aaron, Moses' brother, his rod budded almonds. Basically, his rod grew fruit on it
Yep.
to show what?
I don't know. To show what?
What did I tell you the rods represented?
I don't remember. Yeah.
Authority.
Authority. Yes. Okay.
So only one of the rods budded fruit. So who had the authority? It was Aaron's rod. So Aaron had the authority?
Okay.
How come everybody's rod didn't bud? Because they didn't have authority.
Yep.
Just Aaron. Now, Aaron was the high priest. He was like the leader talking to the people when it comes to God. He was the high priest, okay? So far, we went over 2 instances, 2 different times, where we see this rod representing authority. So we go further along in the Bible, and you remember the story, David and Goliath?
Remind me with it.
So basically, the typical story is there's a man named David. He's a little bitty man. And there's this giant named Goliath. He's like 10 or 12 foot tall, big old giant. And David took a sling with a big rock, a stone, and he slung it and hit Goliath in the head, and he unalived him. You never heard that story?
Never heard that story.
Okay,
Never.
well,
Okay, yeah.
Well, in the Bible, this is a story that takes place. Okay?
Yeah.
And before David, before he went to go fight this big giant, he took his rod with him.
Okay.
But he never used it to hit the giant, so why'd he take it?
Is to take the rock or something? Like,
No, the rod.
yeah,
the staff.
the rod. Yeah, the
Yeah.
staff. Yeah.
But
yeah.
why would he take that if he didn't use it he didn't use it. He didn't hit the giant. He used a sling and a rock to hit the giant. So what was the point of him taking the rod?
I don't know.
I've already told you what a rod symbolizes.
Authority. Yes.
Right. So we see the authority here again. So there was a battle. This will be my last one because there's a whole lot of them. But there was a battle that was taking place. And Moses said to one of his companions, one of his friends, he said, hey, during this battle, I'm going to go up to the mountain and I'm going to pick the rod up so we can win. Why do you think he would pick the rod up to win the battle?
I don't know.
I've already told you what the rod represents.
Authority, yes.
How do you keep forgetting that?
I'm not keep forgetting that. I'm just listening to you.
Okay,
you know?
so do you think at this point Moses is starting to understand that something is going on with this rod?
I think so. Yes.
Because he didn't cry out to God, not the way that he did at the Red Sea, not the way he did at the Red Sea. He didn't cry out like that. Now all of a sudden he knows what to do. So he goes up to the top of the mountain. He lifts the rod up, and they started winning the battle. But he started getting tired.
Okay.
And his arms started coming down, which means the rod was coming down, and they started losing the battle. So his buddy saw that, ran up to the mountain, and helped pick his hands up, and they started winning the battle again.
Wow. Okay.
So you don't hear God talking. What you do notice is everybody's starting to recognize that this rod, that this stick, for some reason keeps saving the day.
Amen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Do you think God would ever reveal the meaning of this? Or do you think it would just stay a mystery forever?
I think God at some point will reveal that.
Yeah. So further along through the Bible, Isaiah 11, 1 through 4, it says, and a rod will come from the stem of Jesse. David, the guy that unalived the giant, his father's name was Jesse. And the Bible makes it clear that the Messiah that would come from David. So when Isaiah 11, 1 through 4 says, a rod will come from the stem of Jesse, it's telling us that someone is going to come from David.
Yes, yeah, sure.
And when Jesus was walking on this earth, he said, all authority has been given unto me. So, if it's true, notice I'm saying if it's true, Jesus is the rod of God, which means Moses never did one miracle. It was Jesus the whole time.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah.
If what I'm saying is true.
Yeah, that's a logic. That's going right till now. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, Mazin, we love to have you up, but if I give you too much, calculus will not make sense.
I know.
So
That's
this is
too
what,
much.
so this is what we'll do. We've talked about the soul of God being offered for man. We've talked about this weird staff that always represented authority. And then we talked about that rod being, or that authority being a rod that came through the lineage of David.
Yep.
And then some crazy man said that all authority was given unto him. So it's either a story or it's true. It's one or the other. But that, my friend, is up for you to decide. So I'll tell you what, do yourself a favor, go study that out. And every man is his own man. So nobody can speak for anybody else. When that day comes and we stand before the Lord,
I promise. I will do my research, and I will come back to you to listen for more. You know what I mean? I will do my research. I mean, partially I believe everything you said, all right? But in the same time, I just have a question that just pending in my head, and I gotta research that because I can't decide right now. I can't decide by myself.
No, brother.
Yeah.
Brother, it's not about deciding right now. No. Go do your research. No worries.
Exactly.
No worries.
Yes.
But what we're going to do, if you want to stay, you can stay, because we're going to talk about the rod of God, Jesus in the Old Testament, because he's everywhere in there. If you want to stay and take notes, you go right ahead. If you want to go and enjoy your day, obviously, then you go right ahead and do that. And we're just going to start talking about other things, just so I can get your brain to cool down.
No, it's okay, but I gotta go because I gotta wake up for work tomorrow. So, but thank you very much. I will study all what you said and then get back to you. Thank you very much.
Mazin,
have a good one.
Mazin,
yes, sir.
I followed you. I followed you. If you follow me back, I will send you all the addresses or like the verses that you talked about. I'll put them all in the DM chat, and I'll send them all to you so you can read them all for yourself.
Okay, yeah, that would be awesome. All right, thank you very much.
Brother.
Okay, have a good one. Day. Thank you.
Hello?
Big Mo, what's Big Mo? What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Big Mo.
What's going on? I got a question about Christianity.
Oh, you got a question, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. It kind of sounds like you got a point.
Holy Spirit activates.
You got a point, Big Mo. If you just got a point, just make your point, buddy.
You want me just what you mean? Just make your point.
Just tell us.
I'm going to show you. Go ahead.
Big Mo knows
Go ahead.
exactly.
I'll show you. I'll show you, bro.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right. So basically, what I want to say, I want to ask you about Mark chapter 13, verse 32.
Okay.
It says Jesus doesn't know the hour. I was going to ask you, how do you believe that Jesus is God if God knows everything? Jesus doesn't know the hour.
Okay, so you came up here to ask. Let me ask you this. Have you ever asked a Christian that before?
Oh, yeah, I asked a lot of Christians that.
What do they normally tell you?
They normally tell me that the word know doesn't mean no, it means reveal. But I checked the definition, it doesn't mean that.
Okay. How long would you say you've been asking this question?
I say for about like a week now.
A week. Okay, so what do you believe in? Are you Buddhist?
No, I'm Muslim.
Okay, so you're an Islamic believer.
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
You believe in Islam, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let me see. What would you say, like, the point, like, what would be the reason that you would come on this live to ask that question? What's the reason for that?
I want you to stop believing that Jesus is God. I want you to understand that he's just a human and a prophet, like the rest of the prophets.
Bruh.
Who told you that?
The Quran says that. Put that, and the Bible also agrees with me.
So you believe a book that was written by man? That's what you're telling me?
Quran wasn't written by man, though.
Who wrote the Quran then?
The Quran was revealed by Allah, by God.
I know, but who wrote it down on paper? Who wrote it? Was it a man that wrote it with the pen?
Well, yeah, of course, yeah, of course, a man wrote it.
So you're believing a book that was written by a man?
No, I don't believe in the book that was written. I believe in the Quran. The Quran is a recitation.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason you came up here is to get me to stop believing that Jesus was God.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
or just answer my question. I mean, that works.
Well, I mean, yeah, I could, but I have a choice, right? Or do you have a knife to my neck?
I'm not even in the same room as you, my boy.
Okay, good. So I have a choice, right?
Of course, you got a choice. I mean,
All right. So, how long have you been an Islamic believer?
I've been a Muslim my whole life.
How old are you?
20.
20. Do you live in are you an American? Like, do you live in America, or you live in another country, or where exactly?
I live in America.
You don't have to give me like the actual geographical location. I'm just saying, are you like in the American states, or like are you in another country than that?
Yeah, I'm in the States.
You're in the States. So out of everything that you can ask about the Bible, that's the one thing that you would ask somebody, that right there.
I could ask you another question. I got like two main questions that really kind of.
Well, no, I'm sure you do. I'm just saying, like, let me do this. Let me do this. I just kind of want to see like where you're thinking in this area. So obviously you have to know the story about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, right?
Yep.
So when Adam and Eve ate of the fruit, quote unquote, did their spirit die when they did that?
No, it didn't die.
Huh?
I mean, no, it didn't die.
It didn't.
Are you asking me from a Muslim perspective or a Christian perspective?
No, from any perspective at all. Because watch this. If it's true, notice I'm using the word if it's true that that Adam and Eve's spirit became unalive, if that is true, does it matter the other 50,000 perspectives?
It doesn't matter, but you weren't there to see it happen.
Well,
so
again, I'm not saying that it is true. I'm saying if it was true, just be honest. Would the other 50,000 perspectives matter if that was true?
Nah, if you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that's true, then the other ones don't matter.
Then it wouldn't matter, right? If it was true, it wouldn't matter. So if, let's just say that was true, okay? Not that it is, but it was true that Adam and Eve's spirit became unalived after they ate the fruit that they were not supposed to eat. So now,
wait, can you explain that? What do you mean their spirit became like they died?
Well, yeah, but don't say that word because the platform that we're on, bro, they kick you out for saying those words.
Okay,
if you didn't know.
Okay.
So we just say unalive because, it's like the opposite of, alive.
Mm-hmm.
so we say unalive. So yeah. Hey, if you don't know that, food for thought, you go to someone else's live and you keep saying the other words, they'll end up kicking you out. Like the people, but the platform itself.
Yeah, they're gonna ban you. Yeah, I know how it works.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So again, I'm saying if, right? If it's true that they became unalive, their spirit did. They became unalive. Now they're walking around and they have an unalive spirit.
Wait, how can you live with the unalive spirit?
Okay, again, that's why I'm saying if it's true. If. Okay. So if it is true, do what?
I'll keep going with this. I mean, it doesn't really make sense.
Right. So if it's true, and Adam and Eve's spirit became unalived, so now they're walking around. Let me just say this: can you talk to God with your physical body?
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
You can see him with your physical body. You.
No, you can't see him. You said talk to him.
Well, no, but that's what I mean. I'm saying like him sitting in front of you and you commune with him like eye to eye.
No, you can't see God.
Okay. But would you say that your spirit can?
No.
Your spirit can't see him either? Can your spirit communicate with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you saying that the flesh and the spirit can both communicate with God?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what? Okay, so let's back up a little bit. So the spirit.
Hey, give me the big screen. Try.
Where are you at? Let me see. Okay, so, but just to keep going with what I'm saying, if it's true, so now Adam and Eve, let me ask you this. Would it be bad if their spirit did become unalive? Would that be bad for them?
I mean, they'll be dead. I mean, my fault.
I'm saying I'm saying under the if zone that their physical body did not die. I'm saying if their spirit became unalive, but yet their physical body is still alive, would that be a sad state to be in?
I can't even imagine,
But that'd be sad, right? You can at least admit that'd be sad.
No, that's like an oxymoron because your body can't live without a spirit. So if one of them's dead, the other one's dead. The other one's gone too.
Oh, okay. So you're saying the spirit and the soul are the same thing?
No. Well, spirit and soul, yeah.
Okay, so that's why you're saying that. So, but it's okay. So let's just look at this. Let's just say again, if it's true that their spirit became unalive and they're still walking around, if God said that his soul would have to be offered for those people that have an unalive spirit, would that be enough to bring their spirit back to life?
I don't know. That can't. If
You
your
don't
spirit, if your spirit is unalive, then if God wants to bring it back to life, he just tells it to come back to life, and it comes back to life. He doesn't need to sacrifice anything, just like the Bible says. The Bible says that God doesn't desire your offering; he desires mercy. So he just be merciful.
Yeah, but the Old Testament does tell us that God offered his soul for mankind.
It says that in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
All right, so what's it called? Can you give me that verse?
Yeah, Dre, you got it right there on hand?
Which one?
God's soul being offered up.
Yes, Isaiah 53, 11 and 12. I have it. You want me to recite it, or you want me to read it?
No, you can read it.
I'm messing with Mo, man.
No, I know.
Verse 11 says, "And he shall see of the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied by his knowledge. Shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear the iniquities. Therefore I will divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he has poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sin of many, and made intercession for transgressors."
What version is that? Because my version is different.
King James is the real Bible.
Oh, Big Mo, you got a Bible right there?
Yeah.
Read it. What does yours say?
It says, and he sees all that is accomplished by his anguish. He will be satisfied because of his experience. My righteous servant will make it possible for many to be counted righteous, for he will bear all their sins. I will give him honor. I will give him the honor of a victorious soldier, because he exposed himself to death, and he was counted amongst the rebels. He bore the sins of many and interceded for the rebels. So here it's talking about a righteous servant, not about God.
Right, righteous
What
servant.
What version is that? What version is it? I'm curious, Mo. What is that?
That's the NIV.
NTL.
NLT, not.
Yeah, hey, Mo, if you go study that in Hebrew, it's going to say soul, brother.
What it's gonna say? It's gonna say God's soul.
He is the servant, bro.
He doesn't understand he's the servant.
Oh.
Okay.
but I'm just asking. Like, I'm just reading the verse. I mean, if you want to
No,
read
I
it
know,
in
but
Hebrew,
you,
I can
hey,
pull up the Hebrew.
but you got a Bible, right?
Yeah, I can pull up the Hebrew too. I got the Hebrew on this one too. One
Okay,
second.
yeah, but that's the thing is this: you have a Bible, and I'm curious if your goal is to tell people that Jesus is not God, right? That's your goal.
Yeah.
What?
What'd you say?
Look like
So
he got a
I
phone
don't.
call.
No, we're good. I had to swipe up. So, like I was saying though, if notice I'm using the word if it's all true, if it's true, why would, like everything I just said, you don't need me to go over it again?
Okay, yeah. I know
Okay.
what you're talking about.
So if that is true,
Mm-hmm.
why would I allow you to make me believe that Jesus is not God?
Because even if that's true, like I told you, God is all merciful. He doesn't need to sacrifice anything or himself, especially not himself, for
Well, I
you
mean,
in order.
I understand you believe that, and that's okay. I mean, I get it. I
It's in the
understand you
Bible
believe
too.
that. Yeah, I read the Bible. I know what's in there.
Yeah.
I know what verses you're talking about, what you're bringing up. But the problem is, you're saying that it means one thing, and I'm saying that it means something else.
Okay, what does it mean when God says, or when the Bible says that God does not desire your sacrifices; He desires mercy.
Animal sacrifices, brother. Animal.
Yeah, so He
Animal.
doesn't. So in the Old
Animal.
Testament,
And
yeah,
look, that's what I'm telling you, right?
yeah. It is. So in the
So
Old Testament, He
again,
doesn't desire animal
animals.
sacrifice.
He doesn't desire animals.
Yeah,
Animals. So what you're doing is it's quite simple. Like you know that where we stand, that God offered His own soul. And so you're saying what you're doing is you're trying to make people believe that when He says He doesn't desire sacrifice, you're trying to make people believe that He's talking about Christ, when in fact He's talking about animals.
Can I ask you a question?
Right.
Though?
So, well, hold on. So, no offense, but you're being dishonest and disingenuous in your question or the way you're coming off. So,
All right. Can I ask you a question? Because just to show you that I'm not being disingenuous. In the Old Testament, how do you
okay,
believe
well,
people
hold on. Hold on a second. So you've already asked a bunch of questions, and I'm trying to show you that I understand how you're interpreting it, but what I'm telling you is you're wrong, and I don't see it the same way at all. Hold on a second. I can tell that you're used to going like, I guess, like battling in the ring with Christians. I don't do that on my lives. So, but I guarantee you that there's probably about 10 lives on right now that you can hop on, and they'll do that with you all day, brother.
Look, bro, I want to talk to you though. The thing,
No, I know, but I have to want to talk back.
Okay, yeah, I just gotta address something you said. You said that I'm being disingenuous.
No, brother, no, you don't. The conversation's over. You don't have to strong man me. It's okay. That's what I'm trying to tell you is I don't do that. Okay. Let's see.
Bruh.
CJ, what's up, bro?
What is up? How's it going?
Oh, what's up, TJ?
It's going amazing.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're just up here.
I want to make a statement real quick.
Here we go.
No. I just want to say if y'all can't go live and you want me to go live,
Oh, wow.
I'll do it.
Hey, I'm gonna drop down and come back up later.
Hey, you just came up here to say hi, bro.
Yeah.
You just came up here to say hi.
Well, Thomas just called me, so
Ah,
I'm gonna call him back and talk to him for a little bit.
You talking about Doubting Thomas?
Yeah. No.
Hard
you
Doubting
said
Thomas.
doubting Thomas.
Hard truth.
Oh, hard truth. Yeah, hard truth,
Yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah. All right, I'll be back.
All right,
Bruh.
all right, bruh.
You've had two Muslims up here so far.
Huh?
So you've had two Muslims up here so far.
There ain't nothing wrong with talking to him. You just got to know when to cut it off, man. That's the problem. People don't know. People don't know how to cut it off.
It was just the doctor is definitely Muslim. He just didn't want to say it, but his doctrine when he said he studied the Bible, but then he didn't know who Aaron was. I'm like, okay, so
Well,
you didn't study
again,
the Bible.
yeah, I mean, again, sometimes things are worth pointing out, sometimes they're not. So,
Oh, I know. That's why I didn't say nothing, but I thought it. I was like, you know what?
he
But Big
said, I
Mo,
thought
I
it.
know Big Mo. I know Big Mo. Big Mo is actually a young dude, man, and I actually circle around with him more often than not, just because on my lives, if he comes on my live, not on other people's lives, because those lives are literally about arguing, and I don't argue with these. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't help the kid, man. He's a kid. He's a little. I consider him like a little brother, man. He's only 20 years old, and he's been brainwashed by Islam. So ideally, I want to like actually have conversation with him. So he was having good conversation, which I was really
Yeah, well, I
proud of
mean,
him
hey,
on that.
man, until he starts asking the important questions, to the belly he may go. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a choice. And the thing is people don't ask the right questions. And let me show you what I mean. You can have a like suave, bro, like a real like smart 11, 12-year-old. And if you're not paying attention, let me say this, man. 11, 12-year-olds, some of them to get really smart. If you can't tell when they're mocking you, you're going to have a rough time, because they'll do the exact same tactic. They'll ask you a question that they know that you really can't answer, because the way that they're asking the question. Like, for instance, if a 12-year-old was to ask a parent, or let's say you're the uncle, and they're like, hey, where do clouds come from? And you're like, well, it's kind of, kind of goes up, and they're like, what? What are you talking about? And they start trolling you right there in front of your face. And you're sitting there really thinking they're being genuine, want to give you a hard time. So let's say that you got some of it right. So they're like, okay, I got to move on to another question. And they're like, hey, so how are refrigerators made? I'm going to be honest. I have no idea. So I'm going to tell them, I don't know. And they're going to say, well, I thought you were an adult. Aren't adults smart? Do you notice the question that they're asking? So Islamic believers, they do the same thing. All they do is they keep asking you questions until they find one that you're not 100% familiar with. And then now they get to mock you because you're dumb enough to sit there. Look, it's just a matter of time till one of them gets a question. Now, the guy that was on here, he didn't ask one question that I couldn't answer. He only asked about 3 or 4 questions. But it's the motive behind the question. Eventually, they're going to get to a question that you may not know 100%, and that's the one that they're going to pop their tin on. And they're going to sit there and beat you up all day because you're not wise enough to understand what they're really doing. This has nothing to do with Christianity, Islam, has nothing to do with it. It has to do with the character of the person. It's the character of the person that's the issue. So when people try to say that it's just, always about Christianity and Islam, no. If all the people will become unalive, Christianity and Islam are not going to battle it out. Christian and Islam is not like this moving force that is slapping each other around. No, it's the ignorant people doing it. So sometimes you have people that it's their character, they can't help it. And so if you're not wise enough, you don't use wisdom to tell you what this person's actually doing. They're probably bored. They don't have nothing else to do. And they're like, well, I'm going to go pick on some dumb Christians. Well, guess what? They're right. More than half the time, they're right, because Christians don't know how to be quiet and just go bring people alive. They're going to sit there and argue with them all day long. Right?
Anyway, what's the address?
Bruh. What'd you say? Where's the address?
I'm back.
Yeah, you say we talking about the rod. Where's the address?
Which one?
All of them.
Yeah. Jonah.
Hey,
Jonah, what's up, Jonah?
I only came in here to talk to some dumb Christian, so.
Jonah, what's going on, man?
So I'm a Muslim. I heard what you were just saying, and You put it
Oh, gee.
perfectly. It's the people that just go and try to attack people's beliefs that are the problem with anybody. And you put it perfectly, because I don't come here to, question your beliefs and try and prove you wrong. You're not trying to do that to me, but the people I'm talking about that do go and like attack you until you can't answer a question. And you said it very well. You're very well spoken on that, and I appreciate that you're saying that it's the person shows the type of person they are to do that. So
Yeah, and the other side of that is people are going to believe whatever they want. So,
exactly.
I don't know. I learned this when I was 10. Like, it just boggles my mind. You have 30, 40, 50-year-olds that still don't understand boundaries. There are some things that are unwritten laws, and one of them, it's called boundaries. So if someone is telling you that this is what I believe,